Well, Jairam Ramesh, the Environment Minister who had visited the Union Carbide plant and created quite a controversy with certain comments that he made there, has spoken to NDTV. He told Gargi Rawat that he's anguished with the verdict, which he called unsatisfactory, and said that the new Environment Act is going to try and ensure that there are no more Bhopals in India ever again.
Well, it's a matter of deep anguish for me personally. It's taken so long. The verdict clearly very unsatisfactory from every point of view. And it's caused understandable furor, particularly amongst the people who've been affected by the tragedy and among civil society groups who have been active. Now, the legal point of view has already been discussed in detail by my senior colleague, Mr. Moily. All I can say is that as far as the Ministry of Environment and Forests is concerned, we are in the business of implementing the Environment Protection Act of 1986. Incidentally, this act Mr. Rajiv Gandhi brought after the Bhopal gas tragedy. This was a response to the Bhopal gas tragedy. And all we can do, all I can assure the people is that we will be strict without fear or favor in implementing the Environmental Protection Act so that future Bhopals don't recur. Meanwhile, we have to deal with the consequences, the ongoing consequences of the Bhopal gas disaster. We have about 325 tons of toxic waste still at the site, waiting to be incinerated, disposed of at the Pitampur facility or in a cement kiln. About 45 tons has already been done so. We have decontamination studies that are taking place, both of the structure as well as of the site. 3 institutions, the National Geophysical Research Institute, NGRI, the Indian Institute of Chemical Technology, IICT, and NEERI, the National Environmental Engineering Institute. They are doing these studies. We are expecting these studies to be over by the end of June. Now, for some historical reason, the Ministry of Environment and Forests is not the coordinating agency for the Bhopal tragedy in the Government of India. It's really the Department of Chemicals and Petrochemicals. They are the sort of what they call the nodal ministry. We only provide the inputs. Of course, the Central Pollution Control Board is coordinating all these studies, and but there are larger issues of ongoing compensation, medical relief, and so on, which the Government of India will have to take a view on. As far as I'm concerned, 2 things. One is the Environment Protection Act of 1986, which I said has to be implemented without fear or favor. And secondly, we have taken a decision to locate the National Green Tribunal in Bhopal. As you know, Parliament passed the National Green Tribunal in the last session. And as a small but important gesture, of our concern and sensitivity to what happened in Bhopal in December 1984, we decided to locate the National Green Tribunal. Everybody wanted it in Delhi, but I said no, we'll have it in Bhopal, because Bhopal is associated with Union Carbide, but in future Bhopal should be associated with environmental law, with environmental courts. The National Green Tribunal would be the 3rd country in the world to have this specialized environmental court system. This would be for civil damages, not for criminal damages. And we hope that by locating the National Green Tribunal in Bhopal, the Government of India is sending, as I said, a small but powerful signal that we care for people and we want the environment laws to be implemented for the benefit of people.
Tuba.com